Over the past few years, YouTube has paid out tens of billions of dollars to creators. And surprisingly, a huge portion of that money is going to channels where the creator never shows their face. Many of these channels only upload once or twice a week, reuse the same content formats, and don't even film their own footage. Yet they're quietly making more money than most traditional jobs, simply by creating content that aligns with what YouTube actually rewards. This isn't hype. This is how the platform works. And this shift didn't happen by accident.
YouTube has subtly changed what it prioritizes. It no longer rewards the creators who grind the hardest. Instead, it favors content that fits into repeatable, high-retention systems. That's exactly why faceless channels are winning. They aren't limited by energy, mood, or burnout. They don't vanish when the creator takes a break. They don't rely on personality or on-camera charisma. They're built like systems, almost like machines, and that's why you're seeing channels quietly earning more than most full-time jobs. Not because they got lucky, but because they chose the right niche. In this video, I'm breaking down 8 faceless YouTube niches that are actively replacing jobs as we move into 2026. We'll start with the ones that are easiest to enter, even with little to no experience, and we'll finish with the niches where advertisers pay the most and where a single channel can realistically outperform a salary. By the end, you won't just know which niches work, you'll understand why YouTube keeps pushing them and how you can start today. Starting with niche number 8, YouTube drama and internet commentary. This is the niche that grows quickly but usually pays the least. It's the what happened side of YouTube. Creator scandals, platform drama, internet mysteries, and breakdowns of viral moments. Channels like Internet Anarchist prove that this model works without ever showing your face. In this niche, the story itself is the product. RPMs are usually lower than most niches, often around $4 to $8, but the upside is speed. If you catch the right topic at the right moment, views can stack up fast. The downside is that it can be stressful to keep up, and if you step away, the niche moves on without you. So I'd rate this as medium effort, low cost, and medium earning potential. Now let's move to a niche that's almost the complete opposite: relaxing science, space, and sleep learning channels. These videos aren't fighting for attention, they're competing for watch time. Slow narration, simple visuals, sometimes even a single looping background for an hour. That might sound boring until you realize what YouTube rewards most: time spent watching. Channels like Sleepy Science Channel are perfect examples. It started just about 5 months ago and already has around 188,000 subscribers. It pulls in millions of views every month, and the style is intentionally simple. The goal isn't excitement, it's comfort. RPMs usually land around $3 to $7, so it's not the highest paying niche, but the watch time can be insane. That means even with lower RPMs, the total views per video can be massive, leading to strong overall revenue. This is one of the easiest niches to start because you don't need fancy edits, just consistency and a repeatable format. I'd rate this as low effort, low cost, and medium earning potential. Now let's talk about evergreen content, the kind that doesn't die after a week. Faceless history documentaries. Wars, empires, timelines, political collapses, and how it really happened stories. Channels like Entire History Documentaries prove that you don't need hundreds of uploads. You need strong storytelling and topics people already care about. History content usually sets around $5 to $10 RPM depending on the audience and presentation. What makes history so powerful is how bingeable it is. People don't watch just one video. They watch one, then click another, then another. That binge behavior is one of YouTube's strongest signals. This niche doesn't always explode overnight, but it builds momentum like a snowball. I'd rate it as medium effort, low cost, and medium earning potential. Next, we step into one of the most addictive niches on YouTube: psychology and human behavior. Not textbook psychology, but the kind that makes viewers say, "Wait, that's literally me." Channels like Pursuit of Wonder have built massive audiences using only voiceover and storytelling. And newer channels like No Sense show that fast growth is still possible with the right packaging.
That channel started uploading just 2 months ago and already has around 79,000 subscribers with only 42 videos. This niche often earns $6 to $12 RPM, sometimes more. The audience is usually older, more engaged, and more intentional. Psychology also has a built-in retention advantage. It creates curiosity loops. Why do I procrastinate? Why do people self-sabotage? Why do we crave validation? People don't click just for entertainment. They click to understand themselves. And when viewers feel like a video is about them, they watch longer. I'd rate this niche as medium effort, low cost, and high earning potential. Now we're moving into niches where advertisers start paying more consistently. And that brings us to faceless economic documentaries. This isn't dry textbook economics. It's story-driven explanations of how money, markets, and power actually move, why countries collapse, why inflation hits certain people harder, why housing feels broken, why student debt still exists. Channels like Economics Explained are the clearest proof this model works. They break down complex global systems into videos anyone can understand, and the results speak for themselves. Millions of views every month, with ad revenue ranging from $7,000 to over $22,000, completely faceless. What's even more interesting are newer formats like 20-Minute University. One long-form economic lecture pulled a 1.4 million views and 74,000 subscribers on a brand new channel. That proves you don't need volume if your storytelling and packaging are strong. This niche typically lands around $7 to $12 RPM, sometimes higher depending on the topic and audience. Advertisers love it because the viewers are educated, curious, and thinking about money. Economic content also ages extremely well. Videos about crises, market trends, or policies can pull views for years. I'd rate this as medium to high effort, low cost, and very high earning potential. Now let's move to niche number 3, luxury and wealth. This niche prints money for one simple reason: the audience has strong spending intent. These channels cover celebrity net worth, luxury lifestyles, mansions, cars, watches, private jets, and how rich are they really content. Channels like Life, Wealth, and More are perfect examples, pulling millions of views with strong ad revenue. RPMs here often sit around $8 to $15, and the structure scales endlessly. Who they are, how they got rich, what they own, how they spend, and what it says about their lifestyle. It's a loop. Production doesn't need to be complex. The power is in pacing and packaging. I'd rate this as low to medium effort, low cost, and very high earning potential. Now on to the final two niches. Niche number 2 is AI and automation. This is one of the most aggressively monetized categories on YouTube right now. Tools, workflows, tutorials, updates, and what's coming next. Even channels with modest views can earn very well because advertisers are bidding hard. Software companies, SaaS products, and AI tools dominate this space. RPMs can hit $10 to $20 or more, depending on the topic. And demand isn't slowing down because everyone is asking the same question: how do I do more with less time? That's exactly what this niche sells. I'd rate it as medium effort, low cost, and very high earning potential. And finally, the niche at the top of the food chain when it comes to money on YouTube: personal finance. This is where YouTube stops being a side hustle and starts replacing full-time jobs. We're talking investing, credit cards, debt, saving money, and building passive income. Channels like Nick Invests show how powerful this is. The channel is only a few months old, completely faceless, and already pulling millions of views a month, translating to roughly $10,000 to $30,000 in ad revenue. And it's all done through simple animated explanations that make money topics easy to understand. The reason this niche pays so well is simple. The audience isn't just curious, they're ready to take action. Banks, brokerages, credit card companies, and investing apps all want these viewers, and they're willing to pay a premium to reach them. That's why personal finance videos can hit $15 to $30 RPMs, or even higher. That means a few 100,000 views here can earn more than 1 million views in most other niches. Another reason this niche works is because the content doesn't expire.
Videos like Why Most People Stay Broke, How Credit Cards Really Work, or Beginner Investing Mistakes stay relevant for years. When you combine high ad rates, constant demand, evergreen topics, and simple production, you get one of the strongest setups on YouTube today. That's why personal finance isn't just profitable, it's one of the few niches that can realistically replace a full-time job if done correctly. I'd rate it as medium effort, low cost, and extremely high earning potential. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, all of these niches work, but only if you actually know how to make the videos. And that's where most people get stuck, not because they chose the wrong niche, but because they don't have a repeatable system to turn ideas into uploads. That's why the tool you use matters more than the niche itself. You don't need to be a professional editor, you don't need Premiere Pro or After Effects, and you definitely don't need 10 different AI subscriptions. What you need is one place where you can go from idea to finished video without friction. That's where InVideo comes in. Inside InVideo, you get access to top models like Google's VEO 3.1, Kling, Sora, and Nano Banana Pro, all in one workspace. You can generate images first, turn them into video, use ready-made templates, or just type a prompt and let it create the entire video for you. Here are a few examples generated using InVideo.
Mr. Beast is now involved in another controversy.
Once upon a time, there was a woman who used to live in a small home.
Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor.
Have you wondered, what's the purpose of all this?
Why do some economies explode so rapidly while others stay stagnant?
You know when you see some people and wonder, how are they so rich?
AI is changing the world faster than ever.
Some people made millions and even billions of dollars in their first generation. Well, it's not just luck, but also how they manage their money.
Once you understand how to make videos, these niches stop feeling intimidating and they start feeling obvious. And to wrap this up, if you made it this far, comment which niche you're going to try first, or if you're already working on one. I read the comments and they help me decide what to break down next. See you in the comments. Bye-bye.